開始。
Hello everyone, we are Group 8 and our topic is disease caused by water pollutions. In this topic, we'll focus to lead poisoning. Um, Lead poisoning is a kind of metal poisoning caused by lead, and over lead content in human body may lead to lead poisoning. So lead poisoning may cause to abdominal pain, anxiety, memory loss, constipation, coma, or even death. Actually, in 2015, Hong Kong has already reported that some of the home buildings water in Hong Kong had a higher lead content than the standard from WHO. The major source of lead poisoning is the water pipe connection welding materials mixed with lead of lower cost, and then the lead in the water pipe may dissolve in the water. Inside the water pipe, we transfer fresh water from surface sphere to residential water tank. Then the polluted water then flush into different flats.
Yeah, for the next part, the recipient refers to individuals or groups who are affected by or at risk of lead poisoning. For example, children, pregnant women, occupational workers, residentials of some older or poorly maintained buildings, commercials near the industrial site. And there's a fun and a cross-section study assessed rural audience knowledge of lead poisoning prevention. And it claimed that most of the people they do not have knowledge about lead poisoning prevention. But the gap can be reduced by education effort about the methods of lead exposure and the importance of prevention measures. Next. And for the reduction process, it is mainly referred to a series of actions or measures taken to decrease or minimize a particular issues or problem, involving strategies and intervention aimed at lowering the exposure to lead and migration its harmful effects. Next. Yeah. And for some examples of reduction process about the leak control management and reduction strategies, examples like wastewater treatment, green agriculture, plastic waste deduction, and regulation laws monitoring.
Lead environmental impact. Lead poisoning and contamination may have numerous detrimental impacts on plants, animals, and humans in the environment. Next, the ecosystem of the coastal regions is seriously threatened by significant pollution discharges into the marine environment. Lead is a heavy metal that is very poisonous and non-biodegradable. It severely affects both the marine ecology and coastal regions. Lead is persistent in the environment and accumulates in soil as well. Next. For impacts on plants, plants are the primary organisms that absorb lead from the soil. Stunted growth and chlorosis are two of the toxicity symptoms that plants may experience when there is an excess of lead in the soil. Chlorosis is the discoloration of a plant's green color. Next. Also, lead may influence seedling growth, interfere with photosynthesis, interrupt water and mineral balances, and affects the plant's hormonal balance. Moreover, high level of lead, 10,000 to 40,000 milligrams per kilogram, can have an adverse effect on the soil ecology by causing the death of fungus and bacteria. Mutualistic interactions exist between several of these microbes and plants. Next, for impacts on humans, lead poses a serious hazard to living beings since it may be spread and biomagnified through food chains. Once within the body, it accumulates in the blood and bones, causing a variety of undesirable symptoms. Excessive exposure to lead can result in organ dysfunction, discomfort, weakness, migraines, diminished memory, or iron deficiency, and even death. Next, for impacts on infants, pregnant women who are exposed to lead may experience miscarriage and stillbirths. On the other hand, it has the potential to pass through the placenta and harm the baby's neurological system. Next. For impacts on youngsters, lead poisoning in children has a considerable danger of permanent and irreversible consequences. Lead specifically affects brain growth, lowers intelligence as well as attention span, and increases the possibility of antisocial behavior and mental health issues in twilight years.
For the social impact, lead poisoning may causing educational disparities and affecting people's well-being. Next, please. When lower levels of exposure appear to low children's IQ, is increasing the need for enrollment in special education service. It's also reducing the likelihood of high school and college graduations. It's lower lifetime earnings for both through educational and IQ pathways. It has greatly increased their propensity to engage in violent criminal activity. For education disparities, children with high lead levels are in need of special education because of their slower development, lower educational success, and related behavioral problems. It's also directly on educational achievement and children's readiness for school. For economic impact, is for increasing healthcare costs and decreasing productivity. People may need to pay costs for screening and treatment as follow as failure control, capillary blood sampling, lead assay, risk assessment questionnaire, intravenous chelations. Higher lead levels require chemical chelations to leach lead from the body, which is an expensive, time-consuming, painful, and sometimes dangerous procedures. Medical costs have increased at rates significantly higher than general infection. People may lose of lifetime earnings, the cost of special education, and the cost of juvenile delinquencies. It represents the productivity lost to society due to lead toxicity.
In 2015, it's reported that some of the home building water in Hong Kong had a higher lead content than the standard from WHO. Since that, Hong Kong Water Supplies Department has built up some new policy to solve this problem. For example, the plumbing material control, requiring periodic written permission from the water authority for plumbing works involving soldering, material checks, systematic flushing, and water sampling tests in commissioning of new internal plumbing system. This to ensure that no excess amounts of lead dissolved into the drinking water. Also, Hong Kong Water Supplies Department run a Hong Kong Enhanced Water Quality Monitoring Program. This program is used to select the random sample from the water tap from the different building to ensure that the lead content should under or equal to 10 microgram per liter, which is the standard of WHO. And see this table, we can know that after the policy, the amount of the lead has a significant decrease. Next. And also these are other potential solution to solve the lead poisoning. First is the lead quick blood test and the water filter. The lead quick blood test can help us to pick out the lead poisoning and find out the source. And water filter help us to fill out the lead. Next. And here is some new technology to address the issue. The short electrolytes. This is a new technology from the Harvard University. This is no cost and can remove 95% lead among the water. In conclude, lead poisoning is a serious problem that may harm Hong Kong people's health. However, through the policy by the government and the resolution, the lead in Hong Kong drinking water is under control. This is the end of our presentation.